Okay, part two of this video. Tonight's games. Which ones you gonna? Which one? Well, we'll talk about both of them, but the one I'll be focusing on watching is PSG versus Bayern Munich.
Yeah, it's incredibly exciting. I mean, to have the finalists from last year, now playing these two legs in the quarterfinals. I just think, I haven't bet for a while on soccer. Been a bit nervous, but I will be betting on Bayern Munich tonight. I think 1.95 on a team that just as good as Bayern Munich is, you can't pass that up. And I think PSG, I just don't think they have it. Look, I mean, they suffered this defeat recently too. How do you pronounce it? Lille.
Lille. There we go.
I think in terms of European football, they aren't the dominant ones. Bayern Munich put them away 1-0, and it wasn't because of Lewandowski last time either. I know he's going to be missing tonight. And I just think Bayern Munich are pretty unstoppable side. I don't see them going out in the quarterfinals. I see them winning this home leg 1-0.
1-0. Well, what about Lewandowski?
On aggregate.
Not 1-0 scoreline. I'm saying I think there'll be like a 1-0 average to take away from this first game.
What the bloody hell do you mean? What? Are you saying there'll be a 1-goal difference in the aggregate?
1 goal difference.
Okay, sorry, Ollie. I know you Generation X don't take criticism well, and if you don't have your latte, chai, whatever you have, that it gets pretty emotional. So sorry about that. Oh, water.
Yeah.
So not only are you showering for 10 minutes, you're drinking up like a camel.
Yes, this is Kevin. Welcome back, man.
That's what 3 days in hospital does to me, Shakes. I'm becoming like one of those characters out of the Muppets. Waldorf and Waldorf and Stadler, the two grumpy men in the balcony. I don't know if you ever saw that, but I'm sure we can weave them into the video to give. You call me Waldorf. Anyway. Sorry about the latte comment. I'll give you a hug. I'll give you a hug later on.
So for me personally, I mean, obviously the biggest game is probably the Bayern versus PSG. Two heavyweights really, and funny enough, PSG are not top of their league within the French league. They're not. So they'll have a point to prove, and this is the final from last season. And obviously Bayern Munich came out winners on that one. Then I heard that Lewandowski was not going to be available, and I just thought, am I really going to be that interested in watching this? Because I felt in the previous tie, Porto and Juventus was really exciting in terms of how it ended. And then I feel like maybe there might be another story here where Chelsea might just do something against Porto. But I do believe maybe the first leg for me, I would say I can see Bayern Munich probably edging it 2-1. But I can see them edging it 2-1. But as for Porto and Chelsea, I don't know if you guys saw the Chelsea performance against West Brom. I mean, that was shambles, guys. I mean, look, it's okay to get a red card, right? I know teams get red cards, but just the way they collapsed.
Yeah, look, I just think we have to put that down to a really bad day at the office.
Look, I will take the really bad day at the office, but it almost like sort of woke up a bit of things to say, oh, this Chelsea side is not invincible, or this Chelsea side does bleed. Like they do bleed like everybody else because they had only conceded 2 goals in 14 games, and defensively they were sound. And I just thought tactically Thomas Tuchel would have been able to come up with something. We're not talking about City beating them 5-2 down to 10 men. We're talking about West Brom carved them apart 5 times, even though they're down to 10 men.
Do you remember when Chelsea faced West Brom right at the beginning of the season? They were 3-0 down at halftime. So maybe
another bad day at the office.
Yeah, maybe West Brom's just, Chelsea, not Chelsea.
That's a great recall. I didn't even think of that, but...
Look, I will be honest. He's right. Oliver's right in terms of mentioning that we're 3-0 down. But obviously, let's also remember the coach was the Frank Lampard as well. You know what I mean? When that was the coach back then. But now my thing is before that game,
of which all three of us said that he was underqualified to coach that much talent.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I would before that game of West Brom, I was like Chelsea wins against Porto in both legs, home and away. They're gonna win both of the games. Then that thing happened, the 5-2, and I just thought, wait a second. Just wait a second. Maybe Porto has a chance here. And I think in the first game, seeing that it's in Portugal, I think the most Chelsea will probably walk away with is a draw. I'm thinking maybe a 1-1 draw or Porto win. So if I had to double chance it, I would place a bet on double chance on Porto or draw for me.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I've no interest in watching this game compared to with when it competes with PSG, Bayern Munich. That to me is the better option. So let me just chat about that for me. With my concern for PSG is that in the last 9 games, they've lost 3 of them. And they've conceded goals. And their 2 holding players, Marco Verratti and Leandro Paredes, are not playing, which is going to cause a lot of problems. And even though Lewandowski is not playing for Bayern, they've got 2 players that are both in double digits with Thomas Muller and Serge Gnabry. So they've got a capable attack. They've won 7 on the trot. They've looked good in their scoring goals in their other last Champions League home and away. And then Bayern Munich, I just can't see them lose. So I see them winning again, something to score like 3-1. I do see both teams scoring, and I like Bayern Munich at 1.94, almost even money. I like that as an outright bet, and I will be taking that tonight and tipping that tonight. It's pretty. I think you're getting that because of Robert Lewandowski not playing, and he's arguably one of the best strikers in the world, and yes. I think if he was in the team, that those odds would be down to about 1.67. He's that good. Yeah. But Bayern Munich won't be short of attack, and they haven't been great in defense as well. Bayern, they've conceded in 7 of the last 10 games, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think PSG when they didn't score in last year's final, I think it was the first game they hadn't scored in the Champions League in like 39 games or something like that. So PSG do score goals in this competition. Whether they actually make that much progress is a difference.
Well, I think that I think it will be the more entertaining of the 2 matches. I'm not being anti-Chelsea. I mean, I was born in Britain, so I do tend to cheer for those teams, but I like to be entertained, and I'm not crazy about the brand of football that Tuchel's brought into to Chelsea. And clearly they believe they were cut in half last week, 4 times.
Just also, they were, and just to highlight also for Bayern Munich, I'm probably just trying to plead a case for them. Their worst result in the Champions League this season is a 1-0 draw away to Atletico Madrid. Other than that, they've won every single game until now.
Yeah, they're not bad.
That's incredible. That's incredible. They haven't lost, and the worst result is a draw away to Atletico Madrid, 1-1. Wow. Okay, I'm probably fully behind Bayern Munich for tonight. They'll just edge it. But I also have to say for PSG's sake, this is the night that Neymar and Mbappe have to stand up. I think they disappeared in the final last season, and I think it's Bayern Munich again, revenge, time to step up. They should do something. They're very talented footballers as well.
And I think that Pochettino is not going to, he's not going to be. I don't think he's going to be played too defensive. I think his DNA and the team's DNA is about scoring goals and competing. So, You know, I see at least 3 goals in this game.
Over 2.5.
Yeah, the internet's slow
The
here.
odds are 1.60 on over 2.5.
Mm.
And then over 3.5, that's pretty juicy. That's 2.46.
Not juicy enough.
Well, 2.46 is not bad.
Not bad, but I mean, you know, it's it could well be a 3-0 or a 2-1 game. It's just not juicy enough for me to bet on. I love the 1.96 straight out win. Yeah, you know, it doesn't complicate who you're cheering for. You're cheering for one outcome, and I think that you'll get that. And I think that I think Bayern Munich doesn't just edge this game. I think they win by at least 2 goals. I think 3-0 or 3-1.
You think 3-0 to Bayern Munich?
We?
I'm saying you think 3-0 to Bayern Munich?
Yeah. I don't think I'm the only one thinking that.
Yeah, I think 3-1 is possible, definitely.
3. Okay, wow. I think it's going to be a lot closer than that. I hope it's a lot closer than that. I mean, PSG cannot be that bad.
I don't know. You know, it's not a matter of them being that bad. I think it's a matter of Bayern Munich being that good, and at home, momentum, the talent, the attacking nature. Yeah, I see a big score. But then what do I know about sports?
So handicap -1 to Bayern Munich is 3.22. So that's not a bad bet, right?
No, that's not a bad bet. That's juicy enough for me to take some action on. Sure, I'll bite into that. You know, with the Porto Chelsea score, I don't see a lot of goals in that game. I see a 0-0 or 1-1 scoreline there, or a 1-0 scoreline either way. So I would. What's the 2.5? What's the under 2.5 on that, Shakes?
Under 2.5 is 1.60. I think they know.
It's priced where it should be, I guess.
Yeah, I think they also know it's all worth it.
Yeah.
It's all worth it. So yeah, perhaps if I'm to place a bet tonight, I'm gonna go double chance on Porto draw. That's rated at 2.01. So I don't think that's a bad bet. So I'll go Porto or draw. And then in the Bayern Munich game, I'm seriously considering the handicap -1 to Bayern Munich, but we'll see as to what happens there.
Yeah. Well, you guys have good guts. You take your probiotics, and I'm sure that you'll make your selections. But mine's going to be an outright win for Bayern Munich for at least a couple grand.
Yeah, that's mine too.
Awesome.
Awesome,
Looking
guys.
forward to tonight, gentlemen.
Yeah, let's. I'm not sure when we're doing next show, but thanks for joining me again, and best of luck with your bets, and best of luck with everybody out there with your bets.